Hi, this is Ann McNeil, the Master Builder, helping you to build a stronger and better life and business. Coming to you again today, discussing my insights from the book Think and Grow Rich as I read from chapter 1 on the desire chapter. And I come on every day. This is my commitment and challenging myself and challenging each of us to do something at least once a day to encourage, to inspire, and to uplift. To encourage, to inspire, and to uplift. So we are walking through the book, and I'm going to pick up where I left off yesterday as we're talking about chapter 1, desire chapter. Yesterday we talked about the subconscious mind and your imagination. The book says, Napoleon Hill says, we who are in this new race for riches should be encouraged to know that this changed world in which we live is demanding new ideas, new ways of doing things, new leaders, new inventions, new methods of teaching, new methods of marketing, new books, new literature, new features for the mass media, new ideas for entertainment. Back of all of this demand for new and better things, there is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what you want and a burning desire to possess it. So I'd like to start this reading off today asking you, do you have the knowledge of what you want? Do you have a burning desire by which to achieve your desire? Well, if you do, that's great. But during these wonderful times of growth, if you don't, you can pick up a copy of this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and you can begin to put your imagination to work because you have new ideas, you have new thoughts, you have an imagination. And by working on that, you too can become what we're going to discuss today, which on page 30 in the version of the book that I'm using, and there are many versions. So we're in chapter 1 and we're in the desire chapter, and I'll continue to read. We have witnessed the death of one age and the birth of another. And I think most of us will agree with that today more than ever. This changed world requires practical dreamers who can and will put their dreams into action. The practical dreamers have always been and always will be the pattern makers of civilization. And when you think back to people that you know of, Disney, when you look at anything around you from this camera, Facebook, Zoom, the books we read, they all came from the minds of dreamers. Dreamers who had ideas and thoughts that they didn't just sit on, they actually put them to action. The author goes on to say, the practical dreamers have always been and always will be the pattern makers of civilization. We who desire to accumulate riches should remember that the real leaders of the world are always and have been individuals who harnessed and put into practical use the intangible, unseen forces of unborn opportunity and converted those forces or impulses of thought into skyscrapers, cities, factories, airplanes, automobiles, and every form of convenience that makes life more pleasant. And again, I'd like to challenge you, just think about when you look around your environment, everything you see came out of the minds of a dreamer. What are you dreaming? What are your thoughts? What are your ambitions? What are your goals, your aspirations? Think about it. Tolerance and an open mind are practical necessities of the dreamer of today. Those who are afraid of new ideas are doomed before they start. Never has there been a time more favorable to pioneers than the present. Never has there been a time more favorable than the present. Right now, whenever you're watching this or listening to this, no time is better than right now. True, there is no wild and woolly west to be conquered in the days of the covered wagon, but there is a vast business, financial, and industrial world to be remodeled and redirected along with new and better lines. In planning to acquire your share of the riches, let no one influence you to scorn the dreamer. To win the big stakes in this new changed world, you must catch the spirit of the great pioneers of the past whose dreams have given to civilization all that it has of value. It is that spirit which serves as the lifeblood of America, the burning desire, and that word shows up again and again and again. The burning desire. And I'd like for you to think about, what is your burning desire? The burning desire to take full advantage of the wonderful opportunity, yours and mine, to develop and market your talents in a free land. Let us not forget Columbus dreamed of an unknown world, staked his life on the existence of such a world, and he discovered it. Copernicus, the great astronomer, dreamed of a multiplicity of worlds and revealed them. No one denounced him as an impractical shrine. No one pronounced him impractical. After he had triumphed, instead, the world worshiped at his shrine, thus proving once more that success requires no apologies, failure permits no alibis. And if somebody could type that for me, I would say that again. Success requires no apologies. Failure permits no alibis. If the thing you wish to do is right and you believe in it, go ahead and do it. Put your dream across and never mind what they say. You know, the ones who say, well, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? You're going to do what? Get real. Are you serious? Those are the they say. No matter what they say, if you meet with temporary defeat, for they perhaps do not know that every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. You think about something you wanted or desired, and as you begin to go down that road called your dream, things happen. And every turn where you thought it was a problem, if you just didn't quit, remember how it turned, because your thoughts turned and how you saw that opportunity for growth. Well, we're living in a time right now where we can turn the way we see things. Think about something that's positive. Listen to something that's positive. Surround yourself with positive thoughts and then share those thoughts with others. Remember that you should not take stock in what they say, because every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. Henry Ford, poor and uneducated, dreamed of a horseless carriage. He went to work with what tools he possessed without waiting for opportunity to favor him. And now evidence of his dream belts the entire earth. He put more wheels into operation than anyone who ever lived, because he was not afraid to back his dreams. And I want to encourage you right now, think about what you're dreaming about. And if you don't have a dream, this may be a really good time to get a dream. And if you're going to get a dream, you should also get an accountability buddy, accountability partner, somebody that's going to hold you accountable. I wouldn't share your dream with everybody, because there are those, the dream stealers and killers. But if you try the spirit by the spirit, consider aligning yourself with like-minded and like-spirited individuals who would be willing to hold you accountable. Thomas Edison dreamed of a lamp that could be operated by electricity. He began right where he stood to put his dream into action. And despite more than 10,000, can I say that again? Are you willing to do anything for 10,000 times? Okay. How about 1,000? No. How about 500? 100? How about 10? How about 10 times? Are you willing to do anything for 10 times and get a no and get a rejection? Well, if you're not, you might not be a strong dreamer that you need to be in order to achieve your own dreams. But let's get back to the book. I digress. Thomas Edison dreamed of a lamp that could be operated by electricity. He began right where he stood. He put his dreams into action. And despite more than 10,000 failures, he stood by that dream until he made it a physical reality. And are we glad he did? Practical dreamers do not quit. Lincoln dreamed of freedom for the slaves. He put his dream into action. Wow. And barely missed living to see it united. And he barely missed dreaming to. He barely missed living. This is an emotional part, because just imagine if he didn't do that. Okay. He barely missed living to see a united North and South translate his dream into a reality. The Wright brothers dreamed of a machine that would fly through the air. No one may see, now one may see evidence all over the world that they dreamed soundly. Marconi dreamed of a system harnessing the intangible forces of electromagnetic spectrum. Evidence that he did not dream in vain may be found in every radio and television set in the world. Moreover, Marconi's dream brought the humblest cabin and the stateless manor house side by side. It made the people of every nation on earth backdoor neighbors. It gave the President of the United States the means by which to talk to all the people of America at one time and on short notice. It may interest you to know that Marconi's friends had him taken into custody and examined in a mental hospital when he announced that he had discovered a principle through which he could send messages through the air without the aid of wires or other direct physical means of communication. The dreamers of today fare better. The world has become accustomed to new discoveries. It has shown a willingness to reward the dreamer who gives the world a new idea. Thank you, Martinez, for joining in, and thank you for your thoughts. Because yes, success requires no apologies, and failure permits no alibis. Thank you for that. And we're going to wrap up with this. The greatest achievement was at first, for a time, a dream. And this is you and your thoughts. The oak sleeps in the acorn. The bird waits in the egg. And in the highest vision of the soul is a waking angel that stirs. Dreams, and these are your dreams. And I want to wrap up with this. Your dreams are the seedlings of reality. So awake, arise, assert yourself. Your dreams of the world. Your star is in the ascendancy. Worldwide economic uncertainty has brought the opportunity. Say that again. Let's say that again. This worldwide economic uncertainty has brought the opportunity you have been waiting for. It has brought many people humility, tolerance, and open-mindedness. This is Ann McNeil, the Master Builder, helping you to build a stronger and better life and business. And my commitment is to come on every day, 7 days a week, to encourage, to inspire, and to uplift with words of encouragement from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I'm reading through the Desire chapter, and the version that I'm in, I'm on page 32. Tomorrow we'll continue to pick up the reading, and I'd like to encourage you to read along, but I'd like for you also continue to give us your comments. Good morning, Angela and Imelda. Thank you, Danelle. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. And I think that all of us have experienced, period. I was going to say ups and downs, but when you really stop and think about it, nothing is either good nor bad. It is our thinking that makes it so. The great philosopher said that. So when you think about whatever it is that you are going through right now in these wonderful times of opportunity, you can shift your thinking to find some good in it. And my desire in coming on and sharing with you to encourage and inspire and uplift on a daily basis starts with me uplifting and encouraging and inspiring myself first, and then all of you. But I want to encourage you to think of one thing that you can do today that's a part of your dream. And if you want to share it, don't have to share it all, but share some action you're willing to take. Because I am the master builder, but I'm also an accountability coach. And I like to encourage and coach people to set that dream and that desire. Find an accountability partner or coach. Find some way to take the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. But that's it for today. Thank you for thinking and growing rich with us. And tune in. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Ann McNeil, the Master Builder, helping you to build a stronger and better life and business. Thank you.